Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my channel. Today is a miserable rainy day, but it's a beautiful day to do some DIYs. Today I have 3 really fun Christmas projects for you, simple, inexpensive, and I'm excited to do them, so let's get on with it. So my first project is not really a decor piece, it's a bow maker. Now, if I had to purchase this after making it, I would not. I would just as easy do it in my hands. But for people who have arthritis or have trouble holding their hands tight, maybe this might be good for you. So I take a piece of scrap wood and I measure it. I find the middle, and I'm going to put 2 dowels in the middle. So, and mostly I do it by eye. I measure where I want my dowels, and then I just drill some holes so I can stick them in just a bit. I don't have a drill bit big enough to fit the dowels, so I kind of like swerve it around to make it as big as I could get, and then I just glue it in. Now I am just showing you how the bow works, and the little dowel on the side is for your spool. So you just weave your ribbon in and out, just like this. And you can make it smaller as you go, you know, each side smaller and smaller. So you can have different lengths of your, bow parts, or you can make it the same size. I mean, it's pretty cool, but I don't know if I would spend money on it. So you could pretty much see what I'm doing here. And I had to re-glue my dowels because they were kind of and my E6000 didn't dry yet. But I wanted to do this just for video purposes. So after I do about 3 on each side, I leave a tail, which I left one in the beginning, and now I'm leaving one in the end. Then I go over and I get a piece of wire and I lift it up and put the wire on it. And that's it. I fluff it up and there's my bow. It was such an easy DIY. And if you really want one of these, it's so simple. And you can see I put little measure marks on the side. They're 1 inch apart. And I believe it's 13 inches. So my next project is this wreath, and this is Pinterest inspired, and the first thing I did was just put some plain white yarn around the wreath because I didn't want the green to show. And then I bought some of this loopy yarn because that's what was in the picture. And then I just wrapped that all the way around it. Now, I apologize. I lost the footage of me putting my decorations on the wreath. So it just kind of shows you when I'm done. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know if I forgot to film it. And I'm sure this happens to everybody, or I just lost it. But I just keep going round and round. It's self-explanatory. I put a little thing from Dollar Tree on it, and some berries. Mostly everything's from Dollar Tree except for the yarn. So my final project are these Christmas trees. Now, I've been wanting to do these for a while, I had the idea. I don't know. I don't want to take credit for the idea if I saw it somewhere, but if I did, I apologize. I don't remember, but I've been wanting to do it for a while. So what I do is I just take one of the trees, I have 2 in total, and I mark the middle. And then I'm going to take my little saw that I got off Amazon, and I'm going to saw it in half, just one of them, because I'm going to make it like a 3-dimensional tree. So now I'm going to add some Mod Podge to each side of the tree, the large whole tree and these 2 halves, and I'm going to add this fabric to it. So this is the fabric that I'm adding to it. I just put it right along the edge, press it down, and try to get all my little wrinkles out. Now I do this to all 3 pieces. I just spread my fabric out and had the other 2 pieces right onto this fabric. After it dries, I do wait. I let it dry overnight, and then I cut along the edges with my rotating cutter. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the bottom in this gray color, and then I'm going to go around the edges and distress it a little bit. I think it makes such a difference. I start out just to do the trunk, but then I keep going and do the edges. I just love the way this turns out. I do this to all 3 pieces, and it really makes such a difference. Then once I'm finished that, I pick up the other 2 pieces and glue them to each side of the large part. Guys, if this is the first time visiting my channel, thank you so much for joining me. If you could, please hit that subscribe button. I could really use your support. And if you're returning, thank you so much for being such a dedicated subscriber. You mean so much to me. So like I said, as soon as I'm done this, then I'm going to pick them up and I'm going to glue them together. And this is what they look like when they're being glued together. Just going to put some hot glue on the edges. Glue one on the one side of the big tree and one on the other to make it 3-dimensional. Just be careful you don't burn yourself, of course. And it really seems to stick very well. I haven't had any problems with it popping off. Now I'm going to decorate it by using these little pearls that I found at Dollar Tree. And mostly every thing in this video that I used, everything in this project that I used is from the Dollar Tree except for the fabric. So I decided to put these on the edges to finish the edges because sometimes you could see a little frayed part and it makes it look so cute. But then I have extra and I decided to just put a few dots on the tree itself. I didn't realize how many come in this pack. It seems like such a small pack, but it really goes far. And I thought these were all individual dots, but they're on like strips, which makes it so much easier. But when I do put them on the tree itself, I do cut them into individual pieces. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed my projects. Please again, thank you so much for watching. Hit that bell, guys, if you'd like to see more from my channel. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.